Discipline your mind. Rohan sat on the edge of his bed, staring at the ceiling as the early morning sunlight spilled into his small room. His alarm had rung hours ago, but like always, he had snoozed it repeatedly, succumbing to the comfort of his soft blanket and the allure of staying in bed. He had big dreams. He wanted to start his own business, learn new skills, and make a meaningful impact. But every day, he found himself trapped in the same cycle of procrastination and excuses. One day, while scrolling through his social media feed, Rohan stumbled upon a video titled "Discipline Your Mind." Curiosity pulled him in. The speaker talked about how our minds are like wild horses, powerful, beautiful, but uncontrollable if left unchecked. Without discipline, they can lead us anywhere, usually down paths of distraction and regret. But with consistent practice, they could carry us towards success, focus, and inner peace. The words hit Rohan harder than he expected. He realized that he had been blaming external circumstances, lack of time, fatigue, or opportunity for his failures. But the truth was simpler and more daunting. He had never trained his mind. His thoughts ran wild, jumping from one worry to another, one desire to another, never settling, never committing. And in that chaos, action seemed impossible. That afternoon, Rohan decided to make a change. He started small. He would wake up at 6 o'clock every morning, no excuses. He would meditate for 10 minutes to calm his restless thoughts. He would write down 3 things he wanted to accomplish each day and actually do them. Discipline, he realized, wasn't about punishment. It was about giving his mind a structure where it could thrive rather than wander aimlessly. The first few days were tough. His mind resisted. Every morning the temptation to press snooze was enormous. Every evening he found himself making excuses to skip his meditation or planning. But Rohan persisted. He reminded himself that discipline was not a one-time effort but a lifelong practice. Each small victory mattered, even if it felt insignificant at the moment. Weeks passed and slowly he noticed subtle changes. He started completing his tasks without feeling drained by indecision. His thoughts became clearer, more focused. He no longer wasted hours on random distractions because he had trained himself to pause, reflect, and choose intentionally. Even challenges that once seemed overwhelming became manageable because his mind had become a tool, not a tyrant. One evening, Rohan looked back at his old habits with a mix of disbelief and gratitude. The journey had not been easy, but the effort to discipline his mind had transformed his life in ways he hadn't imagined. He realized that true success didn't come from luck, talent, or external conditions. It came from mastering his own thoughts and actions. From that day forward, Rohan lived by a simple rule: train your mind daily, for it is the gateway to your future. Whether it was waking up early, learning new skills, or staying focused on his goals, he reminded himself that discipline was the bridge between dreams and reality. And slowly, steadily, he began to cross that bridge one deliberate step at a time. By disciplining his mind, Rohan learned a fundamental truth. Freedom does not come from doing whatever you want, but from controlling what you do not want, your impulses, your distractions, your doubts. The stronger his mental discipline became, the closer he moved toward the life he had once only dreamed of. And in that realization, he found a peace and strength that no obstacle could shake.